Hey guys, welcome back to another episode with Jen Expediting. I'm Tiffany. This is my husband Brian. We are team drivers with Highfield, leased onto a Panther. And I'm brand new in the trucking industry. He's an old timer. So
very old.
I'm in a group on Facebook for women in trucking. And one of the questions or comments that comes up a lot in the group is women who are brand new with their CDL trying to get hired on with a company. And a lot of times I'll answer or reply that Highfield will hire you with no experience, which is great for me because I didn't really have any whenever we came here a few months ago. So I wanted to maybe make a video that more in depth goes over why Highfield is such a good company for a brand new driver. So for me, when I started here, I had originally hired on with one of the mega carriers, and when you're in school, you learn a few backing maneuvers, but you don't really get a lot of time to perfect them. You just learn it good enough that you can pass the test. And it's not even like a real life application, so you're backing up into cones and not buildings or docks. Backing into a dock is way different than trying to maneuver around a couple of cones.
Or between trailers.
Yeah. So it's quite difficult, in my opinion, as a newbie, to do that, especially if you're at all a nervous driver. So with Highfield, we're in a straight truck. So it's basically just a big U-Haul, and I've driven a U-Haul. So I had a lot more confidence coming in driving this truck as opposed to a full semi-truck. And it's so much easier. It only took me maybe once or twice to really get the hang of it. And now I'm pretty good at it.
The first couple times it was her turn to get into a dock, she would kind of just back out of the seat and let me do it. And finally it's like, you're gonna have to figure it out. So we just kind of forced her into doing it, and now she just gets it in anywhere, nails it pretty well. She'll still ask for my opinion on how to do something, but mostly I just kind of let her go, and she's come along great, and it's no issue now.
Yeah, and mind you, prior to getting my CDL, I did not like backing up
a minivan.
I wouldn't. Like parallel parking, no. I was originally got my driver's license in New Mexico in the 90s, and parallel parking was not on the test. We didn't have to do that. We had to drive around the block and park in a regular parking spot. That's it. So yeah, backing wasn't my jam, but now I'm pretty good at it. So, as far as being a brand new driver, I think that this is the perfect company for anyone looking to get into the industry. Now, you don't even have to have a full CDL Class A. You can come into this with a Class B, no experience, which is perfect because we all know whenever you get out of school, it is difficult to be hired as a brand new driver unless you've gone through a carrier-specific school like Schneider or Swift. Of course they'll hire you on. But the only perk to that really is that they'll pay back, or you have to work for them for a certain amount of time, and then your schooling is paid for. But in all honesty, nobody really stays at the carrier long enough to pay off their CDL anyways. And so I went to it's called Roadmaster, but it's owned by Werner, but the financing for the school is not through Werner, it's through an actual finance company. So I had to pay my loan anyways. So, so I just make my payments. It's not a big deal. Do you have anything that you can add?
Not from a new driver perspective. What I dig about Highfield, especially from a experienced driver point of view, is that it's a different lifestyle. When you run hard, but there's a little more downtime where you can kind of rest up, rest your brain, rest your body. It's a more comfortable ride. It's the stress aspect is one of the biggest keys. It is a lot less stressful. They give you plenty of time on these runs to get from point A to point B. The truck driving part, it's essentially the same as an 18-wheeler front. It's just this back area, the rest area is so much nicer. You can get in a lot more places to park.
Yeah, RV parking at the truck stop. If the lot's full,
especially late at night when it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. From experienced people know, after 6:30, 7 o'clock, it's really hard to start finding, especially at the Pilots and the Loves and Flying J's. They get so full because that's where all the carriers fuel. So they get full fast, and there's parking everywhere. A lot of times we can just pull right up to the gas pump in the RV parking and just pull right in there and take a nap or whatever we need to do. If we just need to run in real quick, it'd be sitting in the fuel island where everybody sits. And
now the other big thing that I've noticed between Highfield and a regular trucking company, I guess I would say, is the way that the loads are ran. So if you team drive with a regular trucking company, they literally run you nonstop. So as a new person, it takes a while to get used to sleeping while someone is driving, especially in a big truck. It's bouncy. You feel the wind, you feel the lane movements. If you're going up the mountain or down the mountain, it's hard to stay in the bed because you start sliding. So it's hard to get good rest. With Highfield, you don't run back to back to back to back. Usually. Last week we did. But it was okay because it wasn't super stressful. It wasn't, you have 8 hours to go an unrealistic amount of mileage. They give you plenty of time. I think the trips are planned out
45 miles an hour.
Yeah, at 45 miles an hour. So you have time. I know from speaking with team drivers with the company that I was hired on, they would get calls from dispatch if they stopped to try to get a shower in. And it's like, you guys need to start rolling. And it's like, well, we haven't had a shower in 3 days. And Brian ran into that as a solo driver.
With that same company.
With the same company.
I mentioned them in our very first video, so I'm not going to do it again. So you have plenty of time to take care of yourself, which we appreciate. No, like the refrigerator aspect. Big trucks will have a refrigerator, but it's more like a cooler. You can't really fit a whole lot. We can get quite a bit of food between the freezer and the refrigerator. You can check it out in our truck tour video if you haven't already, and see. But that's just one of those nice things, because you can't always get somewhere to park and shower and things when it's convenient. Any trucker knows that. So to be able to, or to get something decent to eat, it's hard to eat good on the road, and sometimes it's hard to do it even in this truck because it's expedited. So when you get a run, it's usually, while there is plenty of time on it, is you go to the pickup, you pick it up, and you get it there. the downtime is usually after the fact. Unless sometimes you get a Friday to Monday run, those are a little more lax. But to be able to eat healthier, keep your stuff cooler, cuts down on cost. Like even if it's just sandwich stuff, you've got more room. Keep your waters cold, your juices, all that stuff.
Yeah, that saves
Those are just
us
benefits.
actually
There's-
a lot of money is keeping our drinks like stocked, because in the gas station, like even for water it's $2. We pay $4 for a 40 pack. So
we go to Walmart about every week and a half. We always grab another flat of water. There's just certain things that we always keep, like little microwave sausage biscuits. Because it's not always convenient to stop, but one of us, whoever's not driving, can just throw them in the microwave as we're going down the road, and it'll hold us till we can get to a, more suitable eating arrangement, whether it be we eat here in the truck or grab something and sit down. But it's just a more relaxed kind of, like, it's a less stressful way.
Yeah.
As someone who drove for 18-wheelers for 15 years, that's welcome, to be able to just not stress as much.
yeah, and one thing, like, to give you an idea of how like relaxed, I guess I would say it is, last month we did 9 loads the whole month, so that's like 2.25 per week, let's just say.
And our first 2 months, that's what we've gotten both months. That's
It's 9.
November we would end up with more, because here it is the middle of the month and we're sitting on 7, about to go pick up our 8th. But we've got the holidays coming up, and this is our big family holiday, so we'll miss a good solid week. So we might end up with 10,
9 or 10.
yeah. But
But it's really, in the grand scheme of things, 9 loads an entire month. That's
where I was just at running the account I was on, I was running 4 to 5 a week. Get a 34 on the weekend and do it again. So I was pulling 16, 17, 18 loads a month.
as a solo.
Not even as a team.
Yeah, way better work-life balance, way better living, way easier to drive. So if you're brand new and you have someone like a spouse or a significant other that you want to team drive with, definitely I would 1,000% recommend that you check out Highfield. We're coming up on 3 months in.
Yep.
This is our third month.
Our third month.
And whenever you start something new and you're like happy and excited because it's new, and kind of also waiting for the other shoe to drop, waiting for the bad stuff. So far there's been nothing bad. And every Highfield driver that we've ran into on the road that has been with Highfield way longer than us, there's nothing bad to say. And that speaks volumes for any company. So, yeah, check them out. They have a Facebook group, Highfield Trucking.
You can message us. We'll get you in touch with the right people. However you need to. Just leave a comment. If you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Like and subscribe, please.
Yeah, and if you have any questions, just leave us a comment. We'll either reply to you directly or make a video on that subject. So I'm telling you, like, this is, to us, it's the perfect company.
Yeah,
So.
I didn't even want to get back in the truck in it, and she talked me into it. And now
It's all my fault.
I'm thinking, when we were going to do the big trucks, I was thinking maybe I'll give you 2 years to get you kind of settled to where you could do it. I really didn't want to do it. Now I'm looking, I don't plan on stopping doing this. Now, if something happens and I can't do it this way anymore, I'll find something else to do. That's where I'm at. That's how much I love the company, how much I love this new way of life and driving and trucking.
It really is like RV life. I mean, I can't really say that there's a huge difference. The main difference is we don't really pick where we're going, but we get to go some fun places.
We don't get to pick, but we kind of do, because it's no forced. It is not forced dispatch, so you can turn down loads. Now, granted, if you get turning down too many, you're going to get limited on what you get, but it's still you can take little side excursions and different things,
and we've started doing that. You know, we were very nervous at first to like take the truck anywhere. We would just drop off and go straight to the fuel or the truck stop
and wait for the next one.
Just not move the truck.
After talking to other people, we're just like,
I think that's indoctrinated into anyone in the trucking industry, is that it's not your truck, you don't move it. So, but here they encourage you to like get out and explore and do some things.
We were told it's one of the perks of the job.
Yeah, we just delivered last week in El Paso, which is like an hour from where I grew up, and I haven't been home in 22 years. So guess what? I got to go home.
We drove up the road to New Mexico and spent the day and
ate green chilies.
Yeah, we
saw my best friend.
We delivered one day and had to pick up the next, so we had a whole day of and so we just rode up the mountain and went and saw her whole stomping ground. So it's just, that's one of the perks. You're not stuck at the truck stop the entire time. You can get these trucks in campgrounds. A lot of drivers on the weekends, if they're sitting somewhere, will go to a campground, or they'll plan their home time to be somewhere they can go visit. Somewhere they've never been, and do like a little mini 3-day vacation or do a week vacation. I know.
So that's our 2 cents on it. We would love to hear from you guys and see if what your thoughts are on the trucking industry, and if you drive for Highfield, drop a comment on what you think the biggest benefit for new drivers is, because being a new driver, I'm new, I don't know.
I couldn't imagine if I was a new driver doing this and going back to...
there's no way. There's zero possibility. I'm way too spoiled 3 months in.
It'll definitely spoil you.
Yeah.
So, all right, well, we're going to end that here. Again, if you enjoyed it,
like and subscribe, leave us a comment, interact with the video. It does help the algorithm a little. Recommend us to your friends. And we look forward to seeing you guys out on the road.